Good day, everybody. Well, stock market dropped down about 600 points today. Oil dropped down to the mid 80s a barrel. Everyone was talking about $150, $200 a barrel a couple of weeks ago, and now it's at mid 80s, and they're saying it's going to hit the 70s before they'll see 90 again. I like that. Stock market dropped 600 points. Should I jump up and get panic-stricken about that? Nah. Because you see, that doesn't really affect me at all. And it doesn't affect the average American. What does affect us, though, is that price of oil. So I guess when S&P lowered our credit rating and caused the price of oil to drop down like it did, wow, it did a favor for the American people. Because the price of oil goes down, the price of gas goes down. The price of gas and diesel goes down, the price of shipping things across the country goes down. The price of shipping things go down, makes it a little bit cheaper for us to buy. Makes the farmer to produce the food we need a little bit cheaper. The trucking company to ship it across country a little bit cheaper. A little bit cheaper. So I guess that when you and I, the average American, looks at this 600-point drop and this credit rating reduction, we just get stuff a little bit cheaper now. Maybe a little bit easier, took a little bit of weight off of each and every one of us. So, what is this video going to be about? It's going to be about our future. There is a tomorrow for the United States. Now, I'm not going to tell you we can. I've heard that before. It's a bunch of crap. It's turned into maybe, might, well, we shall see. No, we don't have those options. We will do it. As a nation, we, the people of the United States, of course, I'm looking at me being president, will, by our bootstraps, by the sweat of our brow, by our sheer determination, we, the people of the United States, will pull this country, the United States of America, out of this major depression. You notice I'm not calling it a recession. I let the politicians do that. The first part of fixing a problem is to look at your problem and see that the worst it can be. Now, if you shoot to fix the worst, if it turns out to be anything less, it's just a little bit easier to fix. So let's quit calling this a recession and start calling it a depression. This is the same one that started in 2008, 2009. It didn't end and do a double dip. We're still in the same show. So bottom line is, we, the American people, will. And you say, well, JD, you know, really since 2008, you said some things, but what are you exactly going to do? There's a lot of things I am exactly going to do, but I'm not going to exactly tell you. Why is that? Think about that. Why is that? I made videos all through June, well, July, August, and September about things that we as a nation need to address. And then to hear my videos being quoted by somebody else as his program 2 weeks later, constantly, the exact same thing over and over. I mean, I do a video about this, I hear it on TV. I do a video about that, I hear it about that on TV. I do a video about, but it's his idea. He doesn't even give me a little bit of credit. So why should I tell that person who has no original thoughts of his own how to. First, he's falling and tripping because he has no idea how to do the things that need to be done. So, let the Republicans go continue pointing their fingers at the Democrats. Let the Democrats continue to point their fingers at the Republicans. While we, the constitutionalists and the people, go about fixing the problems that we will fix. We will do it because it needs to be done. I will win the presidential election, the impossible task, which cannot be done by both the Republican Party and Democratic Party people, supporters say. But you out there know it can be done. We just got to do it. And that's going to be the first step at pulling this country off its knees and making it stand strong. I said in a video several back that we do have a bright future. And we do. We just have to take it. It will be done. I mean, you the average American people, look at this. Oh my gosh, the federal government bond is now rated AA. Stock markets dropped way down. The barrel of oil went down to $83 a barrel. Whoa, wait, ooh, that's about almost half of what it was gonna be. That means gas is gonna drop really quite a bit. Whoa. Our life will get a little bit easier. Heck, what would happen if they drop another A? Will oil go down to $40 a barrel? That would be real nice, wouldn't it, everybody? So you see, the S&P standards means nothing to the average American. Most of us couldn't get a 2%, 3% loan, even if we wanted to, because we don't make enough money, and we can't pay it off in a year. So we're going to be getting the 5 and 6% that we've been usually getting, and the 4% maybe. And some of us will be getting the 6 and 7%, and we'll still be getting our credit cards at 12 and 11 and 14%. None of that's going to change. Not for us. For those rich people, a lot's going to change. It's going to cost them more money. But for us, the average American, it's not. Nothing has changed. And look at what's going on in Washington. The Democrats and Republicans, they're pointing their fingers, when our Congress did exactly what it was supposed to do. They bicker among each other. One wants to be extremely to the right, one wants to be extremely to the left, where we the people don't want that. So they do their bickering, they do their finagling, whatever you want to call it. And then at the end they get something that's kind of like in the middle, in the last minute when they're forced to. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, anyone who studied the Constitution and knows the fear that the government had, the people had, was that a president would be too quick to do something. Example, Bush jumping into Iraq. Example, Obama jumping into Libya. Sorry, Libya. I apologize. So, I had the right country in the mind. I just had the wrong name. These things cannot be tolerated. We have to slow down the government. So they came up with Congress, the opposite of progress. And it did its job exactly as it was supposed to. Not Tea Party this or liberal leftists, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And the world is upset about it. Oh, they're bickering of Congress. Well, let them bicker. That's what they're supposed to do. Congress, the opposite of progress. Wow, it worked. No one likes what they see. I mean, I don't like it any better, but that's what it is. So the Standards and Poor's says, whoa, wait a minute. Your Congress is working exactly as the forefathers planned it to work. We don't like that. We want something definite to be made. Even if they trip over their feet and stumble and fall flat on their face, at least do it quickly. No, I'm sorry, people. That ain't the way our Congress works. Okay? Is there a lot of work to be done? Yes. But we the people have to do it. Don't expect Congress to do it. As you can see, they can barely come up with a budget for the government. They trip over their own 2 feet. Well, if they did have to tie their shoelaces, they'd probably tie their feet together. So, basically what I'm going to tell you is, yes, I am a presidential candidate, and yes, we will build a future for the United States of America, and yes, it will be done. And there is a way. And we're going to do it because we need to do it. We're going to do it because it has to be done. And it will be done. Me and the American people, or the American people and I, are and shall pull this country up off the ground by its bootstraps through the sweat of our brow and the ability of us, the people, to make the difference, not the Congress. We might have to push them back a few steps. Like, for example, we'll have to throw the EPA up against the wall a couple of times so they get their act together. You might have to redo the whole tax program so it's not based on the ability of the American people to work, but on the ability of us to spend. Our economy. I know it's a sales tax. Now, there's a few of the items we have to change. We have to change the way the federal government buys and uses things and where they come from. That will definitely have to be changed. And above all else, our government has to start steering itself to promote the economy and the public welfare, well-being, and the economic growth of each and every American citizen to their maximum. And it will be done. So I can tell you, it will be done. And I, with you, will do it. That's where the answer is, people. We will do it. Have a nice night.